What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek Show, episode 179. And we're back at it with some Star Wars today. But before we get into that, Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Excited for a Disney Plus show. Switch it up a little bit. And Star Wars. Star Wars comes around once in a while, and we always hope for the best. So, how you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Excited to get into this. I feel like this show been a long time coming. This is season 2. And it first initially dropped in 2022, so for it to be 3 years.
It's the final season.
Yeah.
They're making it clear.
Right. And it's like, man, because it's like, we already know how, casting Andor story ends. So
Yeah.
It's not like surprising, but for it to be 3 years later, I'm not going to cap. I felt the fatigue of trying to remember who all these people were. But I'm still like, enjoying the show as much as I can. As of recording this on the 30th, it'll be tomorrow, right?
Yep.
So, that's that much closer to Star Wars Day, but I'm excited to talk about this because Andor was like, I'm not gonna say it was like a best kept secret or a sleeper. It just like turned into something that I just was not expecting. Like I was expecting like another like run of the mill Star Wars series where it's like you get the main character story and that's really it. But they really stepped up on the world building for this series, and you could feel like, at least for me, I felt like immediately like, oh man, I forgot how big this universe actually is and how much, how many storylines there actually are. But how did you feel jumping back into the world of Andor?
Well, you already know I was not really a big Andor person anyway. I think a lot of people like the Andor a lot more than I did. So jumping back into it, I kind of got the same vibes again. I was like, all right, where are we going? But I do remember how it started slow the first time for me anyway. So it just kind of felt in the same line. Like, okay, who are these characters? Like you're saying, dang, I kind of don't even remember these characters. Like endings in season 1, I was like really trying to play catch up. But as the releasing 3 episodes really helped out a lot because it gave me more time to kind of like piece together. Like, okay, I remember. And I was like, okay, I think you were in season 1. Like, because you said 2022 or 2020?
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man. Some of these
For
characters,
2 seasons.
I was trying to figure out were you there or not. But yeah, it was just a slow start again for me, and I'm just really hoping these next couple episodes really do pick up. I did watch up to episode 4. I didn't get to 5 and 6.
Same.
But it's really cool that they're releasing 3 at a time, which for this series, for me, I definitely need, because I don't know if I could do it by season. But how'd the beginning go for you, G? Are you feeling how I'm feeling, or no?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I feel like it's going slow. I feel like I was more so like waiting to care again, essentially. Because I feel like if we was to watch season 1 all the way through again and then jump right into it, it'd be a lot more exciting.
I couldn't make it.
Like,
like
maybe not the whole thing, but like, like those last few episodes, because it did like ramp up. But I think, as far as like the jumping off point, I think the first couple episodes did a good job reestablishing who all the players were, and just really just got me back into the mode of like, okay, there's this underlying war that some people are seeing, and some people are like in denial, and some people are fearing for their lives, and other people are just like, just doing their job. So I feel like it started like good enough to warrant me like, okay, I'm ready for this next batch of episodes. Like, I don't think after watching the first 3 episodes, especially how the last one ended, I would have like fell off, even if we were doing a podcast.
But that was at the party, right? There, that
Yeah.
What's her name? Mon.
His name is
Her name.
No, it's not Marrow. It's Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma.
Mon. Yeah. She was going crazy.
She was turned up.
Okay.
She was turned up. She said she'd rather have her drunk. Her daughter said she'd rather have her drunk. And then
she was taking them shots like crazy, like back to back. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I know in the future y'all got some crazy stuff. So she ain't care at that point. And her husband started looking at her like he was dancing, and he was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna have a problem tonight.
Yeah, man. So I think that part, I think for me, I think the rebel, I guess we can get a little bit into it, like the quote unquote, rebels of the secondary planet, wherever they were supposed to do the meetup at with the other guy. But I don't remember who that was supposed to be, if they even said it. Initially from the hijacking of the TIE fighter, was like, it dragged, but it was entertaining for me.
Yeah.
Like, I could see the writing on the wall as far as like, okay, how is he going to escape? Because it was just like a gradual turn of like mutiny, and everybody turned on each other, and it's like, okay, at some point we finna make a break for it. And that's essentially kind of what happened. But everything up until then, I was more invested in Bix's storyline and Mon Mothma's storyline, as far as like the wedding, and then got these Imperial youngins looking for us, looking for stowaways, or looking for undocumented. And I was just like, yo, what's really going on? Why are they still here? Like, what's the plan?
Yeah, the whole time they're like, he's coming, he's gonna be here any minute. I was like, I don't know. I can see that other scene. I don't know if he's getting close at all.
Yeah. I just know like some plot armor is gonna happen to make that move.
Yeah.
But I think it was just like a simple way to kind of raise the tension for Bix's storyline, because it was like, Bix is the only character that I really recognize from the first season in that group. So to see like the gradual build, like, yeah, my husband's coming back, and I'm just like just being uneasy and seeing her that she still got nightmares and night terrors and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yo, like, what is the plan here? Like, that's a whole lot of what I was getting at, but I think it's gonna lead to something dope in the future. Not necessarily like overarching plot wise, but character wise. As far as like, at some point, Bix is gonna break, bro.
Yeah,
not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty. So, what's your favorite storyline that we've seen so far out of the like what 3 or 4? Because we got we can list them.
Mine's probably the wedding one, just overall, because that's like where a lot of the politics and where probably the show's gonna go for these next 3 episodes is heading towards, because it really shows how much a main leader of the rebel army is sacrificing in the name of like a soon-to-be rebellion, or like the setting up to be a rebellion. Like, she literally sold off her daughter to some people that she doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she like doesn't know him, but like clearly it's an arranged marriage in which she's doing it just to gain like political points,
just like hers.
And just like hers. And it's just interesting from this show's standpoint, because like rebellions and all this to overthrow the empire. Like this is like the nitty gritty, down and dirty like dealings that we don't know about. We just see like the battles, them planning to attack stuff. But this is like the hard stuff where it's not like she's sacrificing her daughter, but she's pretty much dictating her daughter's future and well-being to an unknown party.
Yeah.
In her eyes for the greater good. And it's just like really interesting. And hopefully we'll get more and more of that because she's a general. She's a leader of the rebellion. And you know, now we're getting a little dirt on her, you know? Like, dang. I thought y'all the good guys, you know. You know, they throw dirt on every single hero of Disney. That's what they do nowadays. And then when you're a villain, we gotta rewrite your story, make you a good guy a little bit, like give you some sympathy points. So that's definitely my favorite storyline so far. How about you?
I'll have to go with the Imperial one. I think Bix and Andor's story are cool as well. But it's still too fresh. It's still like very like, I don't want to say new, but I don't remember them getting married. That might have been just a cover. Could be wrong, but that's besides the point.
It's like 2 or 3 years, right?
It has to be. It has to be. So it has to be in some time. But I'm not doubting it. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were or if they weren't, but it's just we know they together. They like this. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Imperial storyline with Deirdre Mero, the M's Mero, which is like the lady who is on in the like inner council brain trust, if you will. And then her connection with what's this guy's name? So many names, bro. Eris? I don't know. Her boyfriend, the one.
Cyril?
Cyril, yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Cyril.
yeah, he had a really weird name. I remember it being like,
you
know, every time it came up, I was like,
I'm like, what is that? Like,
baby was born, and they said Cyril.
Yeah, so I think their dynamic is very interesting because it's like, you know, to have the first time that you meet somebody's parent be like,
that could have been a sitcom, bro.
Yeah,
that
was like a wild scenario. I was waiting for the laugh track. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was like, some awkward. And then that dude was sitting there like, I need a minute. I don't know what he said. They went to the other room. This man was like flat on the bed. I was like, yo, are you okay?
I'm like, bro, it can't be this bad.
It can't be.
It can't be this bad. Where you're just in the other room. No door, no nothing. Anybody could have walked past and seen you down bad like that. You know, and I'm just like, bro.
Look, like 5 steps away, be like, you okay?
Yeah. Yeah. But Mero was holding it down for him. You know what I'm saying? Laid down the law. My man type of energy, you know?
Yeah.
And essentially she shipped the duties of this new, I forgot the name of the place. Gorma? I think it's Gorma, something like that. Spider web place that does basically all the garment trade and economy of the empire and stuff like that. And that's gonna be a very interesting storyline because it's a double cross on a double cross type situation. Like they think that they're getting the inside track on an Imperial that they can flip for, you know, can't tell if it's directly a rebellion or if it's more so just like a power struggle situation. Or is it going to be a flip on flip with the, you know, him still being part of the empire and wanting to please Mero. So I think that's going to be very, very interesting to see because he just seems like the perfect mark, which they label him as. Yeah. But he's playing the role a little bit too well.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. What was you going to say though?
Yeah, his role is definitely ambiguous right now.
Yeah.
You can clearly see.
Mm.
But and also
Much like Star Wars.
yeah. What's her name? Deidre?
Yeah, Deidre. Yep.
I really like what they did, how in season 1 she was like so in charge and uh from the previous one, and now she's like taking a hit.
Yeah. Backseat
This is
role.
like this is the good stuff about like storytelling, like when you go from season to season, because it's like a different mode that she has to be in, and she's still like interested in the previous stuff. Like she don't really like this work.
Yeah.
But it is like a backseat, and they kind of label it demotion. Like, hey, next time you got to catch the people, and like she pretty much had everyone though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just interesting because they could have went with like a very boring, like just keep it going. Like she's still in the same role, she's still looking, blah 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 blah. But no, she's like in a whole different mood. She got her boo, dealing with parents, but we know she's gonna get back into
the driver's seat.
The driver's seat, and it's just very good storytelling of like knocking a character back from where we last picked off.
Yeah, basically like making her take a couple steps back to go like, a few steps forward.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think for her, it's more so the dynamics between all the rest of the officers and in the group to kind of regain the trust, because she became like a poster child essentially in the first season of like, look at everything that she's doing. She's just on the rise. And then to fall flat in a sense of like, oh, you unlocked this thing, but you didn't take the key with you. So now it's like, they just wherever. So I think that's going to be very interesting because they both have, similar goals, but like different triggers that make them like different, I guess. And on top of that, there's people that's in the inner circle that's a part of the rebellion too. Yeah. So there's like
the guy on the council too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like the intel that Lutheran is getting is fresh, is right, but it's just enough to where it's like, okay, they can make a play, but they're not necessarily like 100% sure on how this play finna go.
Which also makes sense entirely in Star Wars, of like how no one ever knew like what the Emperor was doing.
Yeah.
Still to this day, like, because it was confusing. Like, yo, this dude got power, he got an army, and he was building a Death Star. Like, yo, this is not a year project to do, and the Emperor was just many steps ahead, and then knew who to tell what we're doing this for, why we need this part. So yeah, everything makes a lot of sense.
And then it wasn't until probably like episode 4 when Bix and Cassian were really just like trying to see if they can make this place home, because it's like it's not their place, it's just a safe house that they stay in, that somebody else stays in while they're gone. And could see them going through like their own struggles with like how they're dealing with the fact that they're in a quote unquote war that nobody knows about, and they're both handling
losing friends,
and they're both handling these situations different. Whereas like Cassian is more like, ends justify the means. I'm gonna just put this in the back of my brain and delegate.
Yeah, killed a bodyguard just because he knew too much.
Yep. Saw Bix's face. No warning.
Gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta go. And now Bix is feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's the difference if it was for you or if it was because he could have done something, he was dangerous? What's the difference at this point? And like, that's the point that I think that Bix is like upset about. Not upset at Cassian for saving her essentially, but upset that he's not upset about the situation that they're in, and it's going down a slippery slope, bro.
I mean, what did you think was in that vial?
Got those drops on it. She got that blue magic, bro.
I was like, I don't know if I missed something, but I was like, oh yeah, she drugging herself up. She's trying to numb some pain, and we're
That
definitely gonna
gaze
see it in
got
the next
low.
quick. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, them future drugs is crazy
It's
too.
probably like the the spice that the pirates was all obsessed about in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where the pirate was like this more than life character. Remind me of not Indiana Jones. What's
Oh,
the
in
pirate
the in
name
the
in
in the
the
Clone
TV
Wars,
show?
the
Yeah.
TV show.
He was like dang, what's that? Johnny Depp play him. Pirates of the Caribbean guy. Forgot his
I
name.
think I remember the character you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Yeah. But I think it
Some
has
name
something to do
after.
with the spice, like it's some type of concentrated spice that's just getting sold on the black market. I don't know. But it's some type of drop that is just like to numb it, like you said, like numb the pain.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang. She just told Cassian that she can handle more and, do more, but it's like,
I don't think so.
I don't think you can. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, now she's gonna have double them nightmares. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not justified, but sometimes you gotta know when to call it quits. And
something she's definitely gonna be dealing with all season.
Yeah, especially if how long Cassian's finna be away.
And it was immediate, like already. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, but do you think? Question is though, because we haven't seen the next two episodes, 5 and 6. Do you think he's gonna go directly to the place, the spider place, or do you think he's gonna go and try to save the dude that's with Saul Guerrero right now? It's like
I definitely think he's going straight to the fireplace.
I think he's going to Guerrero, bro. No way they show him and we don't get another cameo with him in it, especially to save old boy.
I kind of feel like he's not like in the danger zone right now. Like he's just like
he can't leave
right now. Yeah. But it's not like the urgent like, yo, come help me now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, hey, you gotta teach us everything before we even let you go.
Yeah.
So it's not like I feel like he's gonna rush there. I feel like he's doing a safe, in his mind, a safe, cool mission, and then maybe on the when he's doing the mission, he gets I need to swing by this planet and save my friend. You know what I mean? So I think these next two episodes, it is gonna be him investigating, him figuring out stuff, and then maybe on that episode 6, spice up the moment. Something's gonna go wrong, or he realizes like, yo, I have to go rush to this other place, and then we get the next 3 batches of episodes, kind of like wrapping up both storylines.
Sign the check, Chris.
They're definitely gonna my predictions for this show are not gonna be accurate at all. Because the way they roll with Andor is just like, they definitely do ramp it up, and it is interesting. But some stuff in like it's either episode 3 or 2, I was even confused. Like, what are they talking about? What are they getting at? But one thing that didn't go over my head was the way they was talking about that man Tay. I think they call him Taman.
Which one's that?
Mon Mothma's friend, childhood friend.
Oh yeah.
When
the old dude, right?
When Luthen and Mon were talking on the side.
Yeah.
And they was like sneak this and like, bro, he gotta die. Like he got to go.
Yeah.
I was dying. But sometimes those like conversations, they be losing me.
It could go over your head, bro. Like you had to rewind sometimes to just like, did I hear that right? Because as soon as he got in the car, I was like, oh, it's up for him.
The look, the look. I was like, I don't know what's about to. I don't know if she know like, yo, I gotta blow up this thing, or I gotta eject, or I'm just gonna die. Like we're just gonna crash.
As soon as the driver changed,
Yeah, I was like, this is
Like I thought Charlie was for to be here. What happened to him? It's like,
yeah,
oh
because
yeah,
I was just like the conversation I picked up on, like, oh yeah, he talking about yo, he gotta go.
yeah.
Come on now,
Like he's
you
close
gotta
to
do it.
cracking at this point.
Yeah, you said he wasn't gonna talk to this guy.
Yeah.
He's buddy with him.
He
He
fiending.
knows too much,
Yeah.
and just to see that scene to like confirm it and like know, oh yeah, they're plotting to murder him.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, like, man, did I miss other stuff in episode 1 or 2? Because in the first episode, I wondered, what was there a big importance of those people stranded on that island or planet?
I've seen them before. I don't
We
remember
have.
when. I've seen them though,
Mm,
especially like the
okay.
main two. Mainly the guy that looked like Tarzan.
Yeah.
That guy. I
I
feel
was
like I
just
seen.
like,
I was like, where I know you from? Like I seen you before, and it might not
can't play so.
play to
Yeah.
something like specifically, but my
It was like he
guess,
didn't get nothing.
yeah, my guess would be it has something to do with Saul Guerrero, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I kind of standing with like the introduction. I'm more so focused on like where we're going at this point than trying
Yeah.
to remember everything from the first season.
And that's why it's like both. Like I thought it was a little slow, but mainly I saw some stuff that I caught,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like those were easier catches. But
Yeah.
that kind of episode and in episode 2, like the wrap up of that whole planet,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, maybe I was too caught up on like, do I know you? Wait a minute, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And that's their
Um,
fault, bruh. They took 3 years to make this jump.
yeah, and I really wonder, because I just watched this thing.
Yeah.
Dang, was there something important here? Like,
Mm-hmm.
were they doing something that was important to the
Who was the
storyline, or
person that Cassian was supposed to meet?
yeah, like
That's my
you said that
question.
earlier, and
Like, who is that person? I don't remember.
so interesting show and good storytelling and foreshadowing that maybe I'm not gonna be able to predict it because they do stuff like that, and I catch some stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
other stuff I'm like, bro, you're wasting my time, and then it happens, I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the whole uh planetary extraction stuff? You could chalk that up as just being normal Imperial
Yeah, for sure.
maneuvering, or just like, because I don't like, does that lead directly into Rogue One? Because I remember there was like a planetary like little beam thing. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was for Rogue One, because everybody blew up.
That was a test, that right?
Okay.
That were just showing like the
Yeah.
small powered version of destroying a city
Mm-hmm.
of um the laser.
Yeah.
And then uh Cassian knew, like, oh my god, they're building a big one.
Yeah.
like this is a tiny one.
Yeah.
Like he's putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
Um I just think, I'm not entirely sure,
Yeah.
but it just kind of seems like um when bad things do happen to these planets,
Mm-hmm.
um they just brush it on by. Like, we got to
They
find a
do.
way to fulfill our goal,
Yeah.
but you know, planet instability,
Mm-hmm.
potentially all these cities gone.
Yeah.
We don't even need these cities. Like, like justifying the
Planetary
I'm not
destruction.
gonna go like Earth, like
Mm-hmm.
pollution and stuff, but like pretty much destruction of uh how do I put it?
A planet.
Environmental destruction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for, I guess, a lens they're trying to do on that planet, right?
It was like,
Try, some
it's a material inside the planet that they're trying to extract that will
yeah, to
probably
make like
help,
lenses
make
for
whatever they
the
gotta make for the Death
yeah.
Star or whatever.
So
Like
it's just,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
something.
we've even seen in Star Wars Force Awakens, I mean, they just destroyed a whole sun, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think it's just showing that the Empire actually truly does not care about any type of like ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. There's a million planets.
Yeah, they just view it as another planet, another resource. We use it until we can't no more, and
Yeah.
hey, your city and civilization just happen to be on something that we find useful.
Mm-hmm. I think the town hall aspect of it was interesting, though. The fact that, after, going to, I guess, the Senate or whatever, coming back to basically get chewed out by your constituents in a language we can't understand, but they understand, and just like having to justify to the people, like, yo, it's not raining, guys. Like, you're not. It's rain. It's not. What you think it is. Like, so, I just thought that was a interesting thing to put in a show in today's climate of just like what's going on in real life. Like the parallels between it. And then also just like the different talks of how much propaganda could really do to sway people. Sure. Yeah. And keep people essentially either pacified or confused.
And more importantly, this one that they're trying to angle is get the right rebels to do the wrong thing. Like it's inciting a rebellion for, in their minds, the right reasons, but it's gonna push pretty much the Empire's agenda, exactly what they need at this particular time.
Yeah.
Which I can't wait to see how it fully does. We did see a little bit of the consequences of it, like saying like such a peaceful planet now is at like a certain percentage upticks. It's like what the heck? And now it's
uptick
causing
like 30-something% in arrests.
Yeah, and then they're usually playing politics.
Yeah,
yeah, to say like, well, we don't really need them anyway, and it's like that they've been peaceful for so many years, and now there's an uptick. And now it's all of a sudden like, yo, forget y'all. Like,
we need more.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, and then I mean that whole conversation for the guy that met up with Lutheran, to basically not be a scapegoat, but reaffirm that we're arresting too many people, and this system is not necessarily working. Was like not only a brave thing to do, but it was like he said that the main person in charge of that joint said, like the 5-star or whatever, 5 square, whatever you want to call them, was like, yeah, this is what this place is for, so like people are holding their tongues because they don't know what they can and can't say that will get back to the Emperor.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, like Youngest is spooked, but it's like, spooked to what end? Is it self-preservation or is it like rebellion, or is it trying to move up the corporate ladder?
And one thing that's really interesting about that part is the person that speaks up is the mole.
Exactly.
So it's such a dangerous thing to do, but also there might just be full-on blind loyalty within that circle that they know they can't outspeak, but they want to say exactly the same thing he just said. But they know, like, that's not my team. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
So for him to say it
was risky, bro.
It kind of outs him, but he's saying it because he knows that these dudes are too afraid of the Emperor.
And it's eventually going to help him too, because now he got a whole new contact.
Which is what the main dude was saying, like, this is the point of this thing, but everyone in the room kind of knows, like, yo, I'm not speaking out of
it's
term.
A setup.
Yeah, and we've seen Darth Vader act like that. Them trying to like belittle Vader, and they're like, you ain't the Emperor, and then he said, oh. so it's just interesting to see how like how feared the Emperor is, and this dude just be passing policies that are to build his giant death machine.
Yeah. I also think it's crazy how they just throw Tarkin name out there. And like, if you don't know Tarkin, then you don't know. But like, you know, like his, uh, presence or just acumen or whatever you want to call it, for being just ruthless, speaks volumes. When like he doesn't have to have a cameo for youngest to know like what he's willing to do, essentially. And I'm just like, bruh, this show is so cool, but it's like it's Star Wars that's cool because the show ain't really technically done nothing yet. It's just mainly like been build up. Obviously some people have died and stuff like that, but they weren't like anybody that I was like had a connection with at least anymore. Because I don't remember if they were in the first season, but it was more so like
very positive. The dude that dies was,
yeah, but it's like to what extent though?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And one thing that's gonna be the best part about this series, hopefully,
hopefully put that
is
in there.
how much do we stick the landing? Like, how
Yeah.
much is it seamlessly go from Andor to Rogue One? Like, will I really be incentivized to go boot up Rogue One as soon as the season's over? It's gonna be interesting.
Will Biggs fall off the ladder, bro?
Hey, too many dips.
Too much dip on your chip.
Too many dab.
Not dab. Not dab. What about the big sister? I think that's what she was. Belle Sartha? I don't know. She just looked like she was hating the whole time. Like she just hated this whole scenario.
I just feel like I don't even know where are we going with her at all,
Yeah.
Like, I was like, questions. Did I miss something? Like, it just seems like a very mysterious character that's still yet to reveal their cards.
Yeah.
But knows what's going on.
Yeah.
She is informed.
She locked in. She linked in. Anything else? Well, we know she don't got the votes. We know that
oh yeah, that's dead.
Yeah, like the name.
They're about to kick her out.
Mon Mothma?
Yeah, Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma don't have the votes. So she might have to go rogue. But
she's getting risky now.
I'm just waiting to see what, like, the straw that breaks the camel's back, though. Essentially, where it's like, oh, none of y'all are with me. Like, I feel like we got that in this episode, in the fourth episode, but it wasn't as like, it wasn't as like detrimental in the sense of like, I don't know why I should feel bad yet. Like, I know I should feel bad, but I haven't seen like the ramifications of like of what not getting these votes really means yet. Whereas like I think
a little spoiler. Go ahead.
I was gonna say with the other storylines, I feel like I got a nugget to hold on to like really like push me on to like the next few episodes until like however many episodes is till the finale. But go ahead.
I feel like I don't know if it's an issue. I feel like the reason why is because we know that she's a part of the rebellion, and we know that she's gonna kind of like leave. And seeing everyone turn on her or pretty much not back her, it already feels like, yo, how are you not seeing the signs that all of these people are now like falling in the line of like Emperor Palpatine, or they're all not doing you a solid no more. Like this is a dark time. Like they're but it's
is she the one that goes down with the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, not in the movie.
I know what I'm saying.
She's in the original one.
Yeah.
I think she does die. Does she die?
She like, I feel like, I think it was animated. Might have been animated, it might not have been. It's blurring together. But essentially, she like stays in the ship and fires off on everybody. That might have been Clone Wars, actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
Dang, we're gonna get exposed. I thought she died.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Because like she gave the role of leader to somebody else, but I can't remember who. Like to the next person. But was it Rey? No way.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
It's got to be.
I seen her before though.
Yeah, you seen the old version of her.
Yeah.
She's in all the old movies.
Oh, like the young version of her.
Like
right?
the original Star Wars. She's older though.
Yeah.
Because the original Star Wars is technically.
Oh, it was Rebels.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely seen her in Rebels.
It was Rebels. That's what it was. It was Rebels. Because I was like, I feel like it was Sabine, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you've definitely seen her.
It was Rebels though. It was for sure Rebels. Now I know. Now I know where I'm at with it. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping.
It just feels like because we know the way of her story, like that, like this stuff is kind of like, bro, how do you not see this coming? But if we never knew like the future of these events, it would just, for her sake, it would just be like, okay, well, they're not backing me today, but maybe on another issue, like maybe I'm tripping on this policy, and maybe the next one, they'll be with me.
They can back me. But after you don't do it one time, not finna do it the next time, and it just keep on, you know.
And they said like, hey, don't even mention like this stuff. What was the planet called? Gorman. Yeah, don't be throwing Gorman in any of your speeches or positions with that, because I don't think it's gonna go well for you. And it kind of reminds me of like when people have like lack of awareness of their position, like they're saying like, oh, we think we have the votes, or we feel like, and these are people
can't read the room.
Can't read the room right. And these are people telling you to your face like, yo, don't throw that planet in the discussion, because it's gonna sour everyone. Like that's something you're not reading right at all. Like, don't bring that up. Bring all that other stuff. Maybe we get the votes that way, but if you bring that up,
you could basically chalk it up.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro.
I definitely feel like these next 2 episodes is gonna bring a lot more of that type.
It just makes you think of what you don't know, and like what's going on. It's like, dang, if this happened in Star Wars, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Let me stop. Let me lock back in. Okay. How you feeling about just like Cassian so far? And we'll end on that.
No, it was cool. He came back and saved the day. I thought all the TIE fighter scenes were really cool with him.
I was geeked when he got in that joint and didn't know how to drive it, bro.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it was kind of like, bro, y'all trained me on the wrong fighter, or you trained me on a fighter, and the fighter I stole is like a new version, like because it just goes to show like
how unorganized they actually are.
Yeah, like like rebellions and stuff like this. You're going off like potentially useless information, or you're trying your best.
It's not unified. Everybody's fighting their own rebellion, so it's like you only got a couple key players that know what's going on in more than one place.
Even relaying the information back, bro.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, don't do nothing.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you this because this is going on this planet, because maybe it'll help you. And then it's like, boop, cut it off. It's like, bro, how are we operating this thing? Yeah, you're pretty much you're
no
flying blind. Yeah. Oh, droid. Did they leave?
They left him.
The droid.
They left him, bro.
Yo, they gotta get him back, right? There's no need to go back to that planet, though.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I think that was it.
Disrespectful.
That was was that his grandma or his aunt? Or were they even related?
His mom's, right? Yeah. When his mom died. Oh, was it grandma?
I think
it was a mom.
I think it was, I don't know. I thought it was either aunt or mom. Relative.
Because I remember he came from that one planet.
Yeah, so it wasn't like they were related. Did his mom come with
him? I don't remember. Dang.
Nah, I don't think so. I think she just adopted him.
Dang. We folded.
It was 3 years
right,
ago.
adopted mom. Yeah.
It was 3 years ago, guys. Cut us some slack.
But yeah, he's doing good. All his stuff that scenes he was in was really good, and even the useless episode, in my opinion, where he's sitting there trying to teach them, like, yo, this is what y'all should be doing. Like, yo, you're not gonna collect water. You're not. I was like, bro, this man is too experienced for y'all. But nah,
I just
I can't wait to see
realized
what he does next.
I just realized that, he could convince anybody to do anything at this point. Like, that man a wordsmith, like, just from frame one in the beginning, it's like, yo, no need to worry. Dry your tears. Like, you know what you're doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna matter. This is why you're here. Like, I was like, oh, sign me up. It's like, no. But
and we may never get that person's like resolution at all, but it was like saying that. That's some meaningful stuff, man.
It sparked a fire in her,
Yeah.
And I was just geeking, bro, because I was just like, yo, it's just funny to see, Diego Luna, Diego Luna in Star Wars, but then just think back to his character in Narcos, bro. And I'm just like, yo, this is completely different. Like, it's completely different. I'm like, this man got range. But yeah, I think Cassian's doing an okay job so far. Like, he hasn't done anything. I'm just like, man, what's he doing?
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for Bix. It's just like, dang, bro.
She
can't catch a break.
Dark era. And he left. Dang.
Get no park for her. But yeah, let us know what y'all thinking about Andor so far. It sucks that, like, when we record the podcast, that's when Disney usually drops. Even though this week we're like a couple days off schedule, or a day off schedule. They dropped 3. I'm just like, dang. Like, I thought it was gonna be just 1. We talked about it. It was just like, dang, I can't believe they dropped 2 more. We gotta watch. It's like, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. So
yeah, I gotta get on top of this one to maintain, because these episodes be like 45-ish.
It's kind of a talking head series too.
Yeah.
So you really gotta lock in. I'm almost putting on subtitles. I don't miss nothing. But I usually don't like to do that.
Should.
I feel like subtitles be ruining it.
They do sometimes for me.
Like, if I'm not watching anime, I'm not trying to do it.
And like something like this, real quick, this got some good sound, some good music, some good effects. Like, there's some good Star Wars noise.
Yeah. Nah, like even the drip though. I feel like the different uniforms and costume design is really cool. And like, one thing I always like about Star Wars is everybody got these random buttons on their shoulders. I mean, on their on their sleeves. And I'm like, you got all these buttons, and none of them going to help you drive this TIE fighter. Like, that's hilarious to me.
Creative,
Yeah, gotta put it on. But yeah, can't give it a score because it's not over yet. But let us know what y'all think so far. Dang. Dang. But yeah. What you geeked about, Chris?
Cool. All right. What I'm truly geeked about is wrapping up some of these old 2024 movies. I recently watched
that catalog.
Wild Robot, which was amazing. The Wild Robot. And then I just finished up with everything that happened with the Pope, RIP. I watched Conclave, which was one of the
with that
movies
that
was on the list. I did not like Conclave at all. I was very surprised.
Who else is in that thing? It's the one guy, and then
it's a super, super famous actor.
I'm about to look it up.
Like, he's super famous.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like his name is Will.
Stanley Tucci, I think. I feel like I'm getting the last name wrong.
I saw it and I was like, I'm waiting till this come on streaming. But isn't it like a scary movie?
It. I thought it was. They say it's a thriller. Yeah. I get where they mean thriller. It's not thriller enough for me. It definitely is more of like a cinematic and a glimpse into like
Mind
the
bender.
Vatican. I don't even know if it's like a reflective thing.
Okay.
And I just feel like certain directors that I like more probably could have done this movie and made it more entertaining for an average viewer. And this one is just more for like a more theater person, a more cinematic person. But for me, 2 hours, I was good.
Oh yeah,
I was good.
I only know 2 people on this cast list that I can see, and that
so I definitely would not watch it again.
Stanley Tucci, that's the guy you was talking about.
Yeah, I know he's super famous.
But the other one is Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes. That was the main character.
Yeah, he's famous too.
Yeah, I don't remember what he's from.
But it you know, I'm just glad I got another movie off the list. Yeah,
that's where
he is the main guy.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
But that's gone. That's gone off the list. I was a little disappointed out of all of those. I was hoping it'd be a little bit better. But you know, I'm not just deep dive into Nora, Sonic 3. You know, just
Sonic 3.
Yeah, you know, just get some of these movies out the way.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna watch one of those. And I'm pretty geeked about it because I want to lift up my spirits. Because I'm not saying it's a bad movie; it's just definitely not up my alley. And I expected a lot more after, you know, seeing the wild robot on all of those like Academy Award type stuff. I was like, dang, they know what they're talking about. And then I'm like, let me go hit this Conclave up. And I was like,
politics.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good. But what you geeked about, G?
You know, I saw The Accountant too the other day.
Nice. I still gotta see it. Don't be spoiling.
I just released a rant video on it, bro.
Okay.
Literally today. But all I'll say is that Batflick walked so The Accountant could run, bro. That joint was great.
That's interesting.
That joint was great, bro. And the only reason why I say that is because, like, I watched both movies, like, over the course of the last couple of days. And, because you've seen The Accountant 1, right?
Yeah.
So, like, through the whole time I was watching that joint, I was like, bro, this man is Batman, bro. Like, that's what kept coming in my brain, bro. I was like, yo, this dude, it's like, yo, I feel like we were robbed, bro, of a solo Ben Affleck Batman. Never got it. We only got cameos.
That was big time rumors too.
Yeah. And now it's James Gunn era. He might bring it back. I doubt it, but
I doubt it.
It just reminded me, I'm like, bro, like characters are completely different, you know, Batman and The Accountant, but it was just something I was like, I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but that's almost the second best movie I've seen this year. And then other than that, One Piece is still the greatest story ever told. Like almost at 1,060 episodes. Nah, I'm not caught up.
Okay.
I've been pacing
I'm
myself.
getting spoiled. I gotta get on it because it's people are going crazy.
I haven't gotten to the point where it's like the next gear or whatever. But like, you know how like because you got past what you call, right, the flamingo guy.
I'm like at the very end of it, bro. We
Dressrosa.
Hard stop.
Yeah. Well, you just know how One Piece fights take forever in general. So I've been in this one fight for like forever. And I've just been watching this one fight, and it's just like, okay, when is it going to end? But it's so good. Like everything in the middle is so good, but it's like I've been waiting for this. you know, and it's like stuff
Okay,
is
that's
happening,
good.
and it looks amazing. But yeah, I still believe One Piece is the best story ever told. Um, but things I'm excited to see, Thunderbolts. Keep seeing the trailer, bro. I'm like, yo, there's no way this movie's not good. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for it to not.
We'll see.
Like the bad guy has to be so bad to have all these characters in it to not make it like what it needs to be, you know. And then I started watching Paradise, and I don't know what it's about, but
on Hulu.
Yeah,
Is that who?
I'm watching on Disney Plus, but yeah, it's a Hulu show.
Yeah, that's cool. I heard good things.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what that's talking about too. That's all that's really on the docket right now. I think Full Swing is starting to fold though. It's going down on a like I'm getting to know too much about golf now.
Uh-oh.
To where it's like I don't know if it's my people, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know, like some of these episodes, I'm like, yeah, I'm finna skip that one. You know, I don't need to. I don't need to watch these people play golf with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't go sports bet on them, huh?
Nah. You know, but I'm still.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, it's the perfect time too. Timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? Right after the Ryder Cup too. I'm just like that, and this is what we doing? Okay. All right. I mean, where's Pratt? What you doing, bro? What you doing? So, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, bro, how you feeling about the playoffs, man? We didn't talk about the draft.
I mean, I'm gonna try to watch the game tonight.
Okay.
But both things on playoffs, I called them Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Okay.
And there was quite a lot of like 3-1 lineups. I was shocked.
Yeah. Dame tore his Achilles, bro. I didn't know that.
That was just sad.
I was like, dang. I thought he just hurt his ankle or something. I didn't watch it, so
yeah, he came back that game, I believe.
Yeah. We was waiting for it though. Like,
yeah, because he had that it's like blood clots. Him and Wemby had like similar injuries this year, where they had some. They looked at some tests.
Bucks can't catch a break, bro. And then now they
got. We'll see where Giannis goes.
The Halley towel, bro. The Halliburton towel.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But playoffs have been pretty solid. I think this next round will probably get me more intrigued.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was more surprised like how many blowouts, and the Heat got demolished every time I watched them. I was like, yo, this is horrible. Mm-hmm. And then the draft was cool. Of course, everyone talked about the Shadur stuff, but I don't know if. I think the most interesting part is like everyone's grading the Giants so good right now. Like the draft was great, and all we'll know is we'll see what the quarterback does. Like if that quarterback don't do nothing,
yeah,
like that whole draft class looks totally different. So he's not gonna play soon. He'll probably get his first start next year, I would think. Mm-hmm. Because that ensures the coaching staff and the GM's jobs for another year.
Yeah, I think he'll play at the end of the season because they're not gonna have nothing to play for.
You think so?
Yeah, like I think the situation between like the Giants and the Browns are very different, obviously, but like I think we're more likely to see the Giants put their rookie in because they just got a bad record. And it's like they're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to
start Russell Wilson, though.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to start him throughout the season.
But he got no hope in Russ. That's what he's saying.
It's not Russ' fault. It's not Russ' fault, though. It's not Russ' fault, bro. It's the Giants. It's the Giants, bro. That's all I'm saying.
You have no faith in y'all New York Giant fans.
the worst team in the NFC East, bro. You know? But yeah. But I would say as far as the grades go, because I think it's more likely we see him play this year versus next year, unlike with the Browns. Because I feel like the Browns finna just be trying. They got so many quarterbacks, they finna just be trying people, bro. You know?
Yeah, I think for sure the Browns will play their one of their rookie quarterbacks that they drafted. I just feel like it's a negative thing for the Giants to play their rookie, because their coaching staff and everyone's still on the hot seat. So even if they have a losing record, they can kind of say like, well, the whole plan was to draft this dude and get him ready for next year, not this year, and you justify yourself.
That was a pick with not the coach in mind. That was a pick with not the coach in mind.
I think me personally, I think the coach picked him. I think the coach saw more upside with that player than a Shedeur. And
it was all buddy.
Because I mean, his Dart's arm is definitely better than Shedeur's, but it's just kind of like, is he actually like a franchise guy?
Yeah,
I don't know. I personally don't think so.
Yeah,
and I think if they pick Shedeur at that spot,
Josh Allen, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck they're looking at. But if you pick Shedeur, I think New York would demand to at least see Shedeur. You know what I mean? And if he came out there not looking good, it's kind of like dang. So Dart not playing, I think New York's fine. Like, I think New York is fine. Like, all right, you know what? I don't want to know the answer yet. Like, give me the answer next year where they then feel like they're stacked. They then have a lot. So
what's the catchphrase going to be this year? You know Russ going to have a catchphrase, bro.
Oh, for Russ?
Yeah, he's going to have a catchphrase, bro. Him and Jameis.
I don't know, bro.
Let's go,
New
Giants.
York, baby.
Let's go stomp. Let's go stomp. I don't know.
Let's go stomp.
Big G.
Oh.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting, regardless.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Let's go stomp. That'd be hilarious. Like, that would go viral.
You heard it here first. But I think as far as like the grades go for the draft, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, is like it's gonna look real. Everybody has good grades right now because everybody got drafted way later than they were projected. So everybody got a quote unquote steal because they were able to get this player in this round, because in the earlier rounds, like, everybody was just focusing on trenches, and like only 2 quarterbacks picked when they was expecting more and stuff like that. And the running backs lasted longer than expected, and our receivers was gone. But people obviously weren't feeling as like good about the drop off after like Burton. Really, it'd be like, yeah, we need to get all of these receivers. They got drafted, but I just think it'll be interesting once the dust really settles. I'm like, all right, where is this class really at? How good were they actually?
I mean, normally I don't think draft classes are really that like loaded anyway. Like in the first round, I don't know how many actual players get fifth, like
actual hits.
Yeah. I think only like 4 maybe per draft class. I think what's like a really interesting thing for like grade wise is like how important is that Jaguars trade back or trade up, and then the Browns trading back, because the Browns trading back to not draft Travis Hunter, and you don't get Abdul Carter, and you get a defensive lineman who's a good prospect, but I'm not drafting a D lineman that high.
A helmet, bro.
But
gross.
Say the Jags do a 180 and they're a legit playoff team. Like, you gave up Travis Hunter for pick 25, 20.
I mean,
28.
and
I don't
look
know.
at their divisions too.
Yeah. So it just kind of looks like the Browns overall just took the long play, which I could understand. But I don't think the Browns will be the very worst team last year.
Unstable. Yeah, I just think the Browns are in a more unstable position.
Yeah.
From like a whole team standpoint.
I just don't think they'll be the worst team next year. So
worse.
It's just rough for me to be like, damn, y'all really just the Browns. I don't think they'll be the worst team. So it's just kind of like that's tough for me to trade out of the third spot or the second spot. You only get up there a few times, so I'm probably taking someone legit, but we'll see.
Okay. Word. Little sports talk for y'all at the end of the podcast. Let us know what y'all think about our takes. See if they need to call us up on First Take real quick.
Oh yeah, they need us. They already lost one person.
Oh, he said it, not me. He said it, not me. Golly, Chris out here. Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, he's just on a break, right? Just a break for now. We'll see.
We have to stay focused, brothers. We have to stay focused.
That's good.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.